Shalom Facebook, this is Brother Doug. I'm here today to expose the 4th of July, which is today, and May Day. Others may know it as May 1st, 1776. Now I'll tell you why this is so important to get this out here is because believers alike have been brainwashed into thinking that we began as a so-called Christian nation. Now, if you go into the history, which I will be leaving a link down below, many links for these different topics I'm going to go into. There's a good video on YouTube that I'm going to be giving you guys a link to that's called The True Faith of Our Founding Fathers, or The Hidden Faith of Our Founding Fathers, I believe it's called. So, the reason I want to get into this is because I think it's very important to understand that May 1st, which one of our brothers, Yeshai, actually just shared with me right now, before it was even the birthday of the American Illuminati in May 1st, 1776, it actually was a pagan holiday. Okay? So, even worse than I thought, May Day actually originates in paganism. Now, July the 4th on the surface might not be that big of a deal to most believers today, but you got to realize is, what is the true meaning of July 4th? Why was July 4th such a huge celebration only a couple of months after May 1st, 1776, which was the birthday of the Illuminati in America? Our so-called independence from Britain. Yet, I came to find out just last week, most of our founding fathers were British. Did we really get independence from Britain, or did Britain just come here? Just something for you guys to think about. I'm going to be going, right now, I'll read a little bit about the origins of May Day, but also I'm going to be leaving a link in the description, not in the description, in the comments, about the origin of the Liberty Bell, how it's satanic and it's in the occult. Many things we hold dear in our culture, in the so-called patriotic culture, American culture, originates in the occult. And most of our founding fathers were Gnostics, Luciferians. Like I said, I hope you guys will check out that video on YouTube. It's like a documentary. It's called The Hidden Faith of Our Founding Fathers. It will shed some light that this nation was not originated as a Christian nation. They tricked us into thinking that it originated as a Christian nation. And actually, I might have some biblical proof to prove to you that. I have reason to believe America is the lamb that speaks like a dragon. Revelations chapter 13, verse 11. And that says, bear with me guys, because I'm trying to multitask right now. So Revelations chapter 13, verse 11 says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns, like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." One thing to note, shalom brother Bobby, shalom sister Kristen. One thing to note guys is, in the book of Daniel and in the book of Revelations, beasts can either be one of 2 things. A king, or possibly even a kingdom. Now, in this case, I would think it's both. This possibly prophetically in Revelation is talking about the false prophet, but in the book of Daniel, I believe it's possibly talking about an actual nation appearing as good, pure, as a lamb. But then later on, it shows its true colors and speaks as a dragon. So I would present to you believers that are so patriotic and so for America, please do your research. Please research the origins of how our government was founded and who founded our government and what their real beliefs were, written in their own works. So I will give you guys that video in the comments section, the hidden faith of our founding fathers. And maybe that will shed some light why our nation is at its point that it's at. It's possible that our nation never was a biblical country. So let's go to Daniel chapter 7, verse 24 to 25. And this says, "And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them. He shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings." Verse 25, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a times, and dividing of time." That is the prophecy of this king or kingdom that will go against Yahuwah and his commandments. Now, obviously, the original prophetic fulfillment, the original fulfillment obviously was with Antiochus Epiphanes of Greece. Then later on it was fulfilled with Constantine, making Sabbath keeping punishable by death. But I think later on, possibly America could have a role as a nation that is fulfilling this prophecy, because just the other day, well, not just the other day, but a year or two ago, they were taking down the 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments monument was taken away. Why is our nation so against Yahuwah's laws? Why is our nation approving homosexuality? I mean, I could go on and on and on how this nation is totally against what our Creator wants. So I believe there's more to that prophecy than just a man fulfilling it. In verse 25, I believe our type of theology that America was founded on came right from Rome. All roads lead to Rome. So I just wanted to point that out. And also Daniel chapter 7 verse 4 was the last verse I had here. "The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings, and I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it." Okay? So, who is the lion with eagle's wings in our modern day? Now, obviously, back then, this is talking about Babylon. You can look at archaeology, and it will show, a lion physically with eagle's wings as almost like a symbol for Babylon in the day of Nebuchadnezzar. But I have reason to believe this modern part, maybe this full fulfillment, is America, the eagle's wings, being plucked out of the lion, Great Britain. Now, if that's true, that means it's one of the beasts of Daniel and one of the final kingdoms. So the reason I find this interesting is because you see a lot of stuff that went from Great Britain came right to here, and the fact of the matter is most people don't know this. You can research it for yourself. The Statue of Liberty was a gift by the Illuminati in France, okay? That was a gift by them to our so-called founding fathers. And she was actually worshipped in France. She's noticed as the goddess of liberty, the goddess also known as, let's see, what is her other name? Not Liberty, I'm trying to think of her dang name right now. I mean, she's known as Diana by the Ephesians. So this goddess is the female counterpart of Helios, and basically it's the same thing. If you look on Google Images, you'll find that Helios and this mother goddess character known as the Statue of Liberty that we've so accepted is pretty much just his female counterpart. So I just wanted to point that out. And just another point, why are we celebrating the 4th of July when it has nothing to do with our Creator? Why are we celebrating holidays that have nothing to do with our Creator? And like I said before, if you really do the research, you'll find out that a lot of this stuff does stem in paganism. Right now, actually, what I'm going to do is post these links that I have here. Let's see here. I got a bunch of sent mail here. Let me go first to the ancient origins of May Day. Here you go, guys. This is the pagan origins of May 1st, which whoever just joined, I was pointing out that May 1st, 1776 was the birthday of the American Illuminati. So that is important to point out. And here comes... Now this second link is a video that I saw that points out the whole symbology with the true reason we have the Liberty Bell. And let's see here. I know I have a third link here. Or maybe that's it. Thought I had... Okay, those are the only two links I have, but hopefully that will shed some light on the true origin of these holidays. And really, I think that's about it. I hope this message has blessed someone. I hope it, really opens your eyes. Why are we celebrating the birthday of pretty much a Luciferian government in this country? And pretty much they have nothing to do with the Bible.
None of the believers.
And just to point out too, if you look up the word apotheosis, apotheosis, that literally means deification. So we've honored these so-called good presidents as gods. They believe themselves to be gods, which the serpent said in the garden that you won't die, your eyes will be open, you'll be as gods. So just something to think of why are we celebrating this holiday? Is it even redeemable, the 4th of July? Shalom, everyone.